He's just a fucking idiot. Plain and simple. I mean, geez. I mean, look, we've all seen the tantrums he's had. You know, headbutting walls and headbutting people and smashing Perspex glass and holding his bowls and saying he's the king of the world and King Kong bowls and whatever else. And I was just fed up of it. You know? Kept pushing that narrative. Eventually came back. Fuck off, like, couldn't beat any of us Furies. And I called his bluff because, you know, he's always shouting off, saying he's a fighting man, fighting family, fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. So I just said, full of shit. I don't think John will jeopardise anything come to that fight, but look, if John, once it's all said and done, if John wants to go out on the street and have this out, I'm more than game.
Last night's press conference completely spiraled out of control as John Fury crossed the line and put his hands on Eddie Hall, turning a heated face-off into pure chaos. Now Eddie Hall is not letting this slide one bit, firing back with a serious warning that legal action is coming, and this situation has just gone from hype to something very real.
Take the fight!
In this moment, Eddie Hall is expressing pure frustration, explaining that he felt completely stuck dealing with constant talk and no real action from the opposing side. He is making it clear that, from his perspective, there has been repeated disrespect and empty words, and that he is now demanding real consequences and real engagement instead of verbal chaos.
I was just so fed up. I was trying to get in nowhere with these guys. I'm like, look, you talk the talk, you fucking walk around headbutting and smacking people and punching windows and whatever else. I said, well, why don't you guys fucking put your money where your mouth is for once and fucking do something?
Eddie Hearn explains that the situation between John Fury and Eddie Hall went too far and became overly personal, something that should not normally happen in boxing promotion. He also adds that despite the negativity, incidents like this often end up increasing public interest and adding more hype to the fight.
It's boxing, it's family. John's John. Both goading each other. Both very personal. Both means a lot to everybody. Shouldn't have done it. But he's done.
Tommy Fury explains that the main conflict behind the situation is actually between Eddie Hall and John Fury, suggesting that he himself has stepped in largely because of that family tension. He also points out that the confrontation has escalated into a full family-level rivalry, where Eddie Hall's challenges toward the Fury side have now led to him finally getting the fight he was looking for.
I mean, at the end of the day, the real beef is between Eddie and my dad. You know, that's genuinely what has happened here. I'm only doing this fight because of my dad. So the real beef is between Eddie and my dad, and I'm obviously just stepping up to the plate. Tyson's on a different stratosphere. Basically, Eddie was having a pop between all the Furies. You know, he wanted to fight with a Fury.
Tommy Fury suggests that despite Eddie Hall's impressive physique and strength, physical power alone does not guarantee durability in boxing, especially when it comes to taking clean shots to the chin. He emphasizes that experience in the ring and defensive ability matter more than muscle size. His comments reflect confidence that he can exploit technical gaps and test Eddie Hall's ability to handle real boxing pressure, framing the matchup as strength versus skill rather than pure power.
You're right. I mean, Eddie's got muscles all over his body, but you can't put muscles on chins. So, and that's what I'm about to expose. Listen, we've seen good big men, you know, in the ring all the time. But what's different, you know, the muscles can't get on the chin, and I'm looking to find that chin. So
Eddie Hall explains that the emotional side of the situation is a major factor in how things escalated. He reflects on loyalty and family respect, suggesting that personal relationships and conflicts involving his father would naturally trigger strong reactions from him. His statement shows that the rivalry is not just professional but also deeply personal, which has contributed to the intensity of the ongoing tension and confrontations surrounding the fight build-up.
I think, you know, it's like if someone fell out with my dad, I don't think I could be friends with them. You know, if someone said something bad or fell out with my dad, I'd probably want to hurt them as well. So here we are.
The analyst breaks down the matchup by focusing on technical boxing ability, suggesting that Tommy Fury is expected to control the fight if he can maintain composure early. He points out that Eddie Hall's strength and athleticism are undeniable, but his lack of refined boxing fundamentals could be a major disadvantage. Past performances are referenced to highlight that even against non-elite opposition, Eddie has struggled with pure boxing skill, making this contest a test of experience versus raw physical power.
I know he's going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very much. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick-twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was the southpaw. It was tricky, but hey, listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator, but he better be high-level enough.
Vidal Riley gives a balanced assessment of the fight, acknowledging Eddie Hall's massive size and physical presence while still leaning towards Tommy Fury due to his boxing background. He implies that while Eddie is unpredictable and dangerous because of his power, the technical edge should favor Tommy. At the same time, he highlights the commercial appeal of the matchup, suggesting that unpredictability and crossover excitement are key reasons why this fight has gained so much attention.
Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy, but Tommy should win, innit? Like, he should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight. It's a good.
Frank Warren highlights the business side of the fight, explaining that the event has generated massive attention and financial reward for both fighters involved. He views it as a high-risk but high-reward opportunity, where exposure, money, and career progression all align. His comments suggest confidence in Tommy Fury's chances while also acknowledging that the fight's appeal goes beyond sport, as it represents one of those rare crossover events that deliver both entertainment and significant financial gain.
It's grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons, and Tommy's getting life-changing money, and I can't knock that. You're in the ring, it's a dangerous place to be. And my job is, if I see a fight that I feel he can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that, and it gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think obviously this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it, so it ticks all the boxes.
Simon Jordan describes the event as pure entertainment rather than a serious boxing contest, highlighting that it carries a spectacle-like atmosphere more than traditional sporting credibility. He openly admits that he personally would not want to be involved or standing across from Eddie Hall, acknowledging the intimidating physical presence he brings. At the same time, he frames the fight as something people can enjoy from a distance, suggesting it fits into the modern crossover boxing trend where curiosity and entertainment often matter as much as pure competition and technical skill inside the ring.
Before I know it, we're having arguments online, messaging each other, and then before I know it, I've got a contract to fight Tommy Fury under my nose. Right, see if you can beat my son Tommy, so here we go.
So that's how it all came about. I mean, the weight disparity going into it, are there conditions or restrictions on the fight?
There's no restrictions, no conditions. There's no weight limits. I can weigh as much or as little as I want.
Are you having this, Simon? All of a sudden, the fight game is totally different with so many people, like Eddie, who I've met before, coming into it.
Whether I'm having it as a boxing fan or I'm having it for entertainment.
Tom Aspinall provides a balanced technical perspective, acknowledging the clear boxing experience advantage that Tommy Fury holds due to his lifelong training in the sport. However, he also emphasizes that Eddie Hall is not a complete novice and possesses real fighting ability and knockout power, which makes him dangerous at any moment. His breakdown presents the fight as a classic clash between structured boxing skill and raw power, where either fighter could win depending on how the early exchanges unfold and who imposes their style first.
Determine it, won't it? If it's a good, fun event and you take it for what it is, I wouldn't want to be in it. I wouldn't want to be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding it, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury to get a punch in the face.
Frank Warren expresses clear discomfort with the personal escalation between the fighters and their teams, stating that such behavior is unnecessary for promoting a boxing event. He separates entertainment value from physical confrontation outside the ring, suggesting that a strong fight build-up does not require real-life altercations or disrespect. His viewpoint reflects a traditional promoter mindset where the focus should remain on the actual fight rather than chaotic press conference incidents that risk crossing professional and ethical boundaries in boxing promotion.
Fight. Tommy is obviously a boxer. Eddie can fight as well, though, to be fair. So, yeah.
You've trained with both of them, though.
I've trained with both of them.
What's the skills? What's the breakdown for this one?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight. So
Dave Allen gives a conflicted opinion, admitting that while he respects both Tommy Fury and Eddie Hall and will still watch the fight, he does not fully consider it a legitimate boxing contest. He refers to it as part of the modern crossover circus in boxing, where entertainment value often outweighs sporting purity. His comments highlight a divide in the boxing community, where some appreciate the spectacle and marketing appeal, while others criticize it for straying away from traditional competitive standards.
I don't like it. People think because you're a promoter you like all that stuff. Me, I didn't like what happened.
Dave Allen reacts to the matchup by focusing on the crossover nature of the fight, pointing out the surprising pairing of Eddie Hall, known as the world's strongest man, against a professional boxer like Tommy Fury. He also hints at the commercial motivation behind the bout, suggesting that both fighters are likely benefiting financially from the promotion. His tone reflects a mix of amusement and skepticism, viewing the fight more as an entertainment-driven event than a traditional competitive boxing matchup.
Well, I watch it. Of course I'll watch it. I like Tommy Fury a lot. I'm a Tommy Fury fan. Eddie Hall, I'm an Eddie Hall fan. I like the world's strongest man. A lot of respect for him. So of course I'll watch it. I'll watch it as a spectacle in it. It's part of the new bit of circusry that's come into boxing, all these exhibitions, different people from different sports coming in. But for all intents and purposes, as a boxing match, what a load of bollocks. Yeah, I don't think I don't like it too much. But I'll watch it because it's like, it's interesting in lots of ways. And I think people find it interesting.
Adam Smith describes the fight as an exciting and well-matched crossover event, emphasizing that both competitors bring significant power and experience from their respective backgrounds. He frames it as a naturally entertaining clash where both men have enough attributes to make the contest competitive and engaging for fans. His perspective highlights the promotional appeal of the fight, suggesting that stylistically it is designed to produce excitement rather than a purely technical boxing showcase.
World's strongest man, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. He's fighting Tommy Fury. I thought they were mates. They probably are mates. They're probably making a fucking fortune as well.
Johnny Nelson explains the psychological side of the build-up, suggesting that the main strategy is to provoke emotional reactions in order to disrupt focus and game planning. He highlights how fighters and promoters often try to create anger and tension before a fight, believing it can lead to mistakes inside the ring. His analysis focuses on mental warfare, showing that beyond physical ability, controlling emotions and staying disciplined could play a major role in determining the outcome of the contest.
A cracking matchup because they're both at the veteran stage of their careers, and they've both got power, and it's going to be exciting, and it's probably the perfect match.
This fight between Eddie Hall and Tommy Fury has now turned into much more than just a crossover attraction. It has become a full-scale collision of power, pride, and personality. On one side you have Eddie Hall, a former world's strongest man who carries brutal raw strength and a mindset built on aggression and confrontation. On the other side stands Tommy Fury, a boxer raised in the sport with timing, movement, and experience that could completely neutralize power if executed correctly. The real question is not just who is stronger physically, but who can stay mentally controlled when the pressure hits and emotions explode inside the ring. If Eddie Hall wins, it completely changes the perception of crossover boxing and proves that raw strength can break through elite technique. But if Tommy Fury wins, it reinforces the idea that skill, discipline, and ring IQ will always overcome size and brute force. What makes this matchup even more interesting is the mental warfare already building outside the ring, with both sides trying to gain psychological advantage before the first bell. Now it all comes down to fight night, where one mistake could end everything instantly. This is the kind of fight that fans will remember for years because it is not just about boxing, it is about identity, pride, and survival under pressure. Drop your prediction in the comments right now and tell us who you think takes it and why, and do not forget to subscribe for more breaking boxing updates and fight breakdowns.